They made us laugh. They made us cry. They made us believe in sisterhood, love, and unbreakable friendship. But behind the bright smiles and unforgettable chemistry of girlfriends, there lived stories Hollywood never wanted the world to know. Stories of heartbreak, pressure, silence, reinvention, and survival. 25 years after the iconic show first aired, the hidden truth about its cast is more emotional, more shocking, and more inspiring than anything we saw on screen. This is the untold reality of the people who brought Girlfriends to life. The triumphs, the losses, and the battles they fought long after the cameras stopped rolling. When Tracee Ellis Ross stepped into the role of Joan Clayton, she became the embodiment of ambition, independence, and vulnerability. On screen, she was the friend who held everyone together. But off-screen, Tracee carried a different kind of pressure. The pressure of being the daughter of the legendary Diana Ross. Growing up in Los Angeles, Tracee felt the constant comparisons to her iconic mother. No matter how successful she became, there was always a shadow behind her. Expectations, criticism, and the fear of not being enough. Even at the height of her success, with shows like Blackish and films like The High Note, she privately battled anxiety and moments of deep loneliness. Tracee never married, never had children, and instead built a life rooted in independence and creative passion. She launched Pattern Beauty, a brand celebrating natural hair, and put her heart into projects that allowed her to reclaim joy on her own terms. She once admitted, "I love freedom, but sometimes freedom is lonely." Now 53, Tracee hosts Traveling Solo with Tracee Ellis Ross, living peacefully in Los Angeles and embracing a life defined not by fame, but by self-love. As William Dent, Reginald C. Hayes won the hearts of millions. Smart, charming, and effortlessly funny, he was the emotional anchor of the group. But after the show ended, Reginald faced a devastating reality. Hollywood simply forgot about him. Roles stopped coming. Projects were canceled. Money ran out. At his lowest point, Reginald was forced to live in his sister's garage, struggling with depression and the painful humiliation of once walking red carpets, only to end up in darkness and silence. Things worsened in 2019 when he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, a battle that nearly took his life. But Reginald refused to give up. Slowly, he rebuilt through smaller roles in shows like Black Lightning and Abbott Elementary, finding purpose again. Today, at 56, he lives a quiet, grounded life. His net worth isn't large, but his strength is. As he once said, "I didn't lose everything. I'm just learning how to start again." The iconic Jennifer Lewis, unforgettable as Veretta Childs, brought power and fire to every scene she touched. But behind the fierce personality lived a woman battling a lifelong war within herself. Jennifer has openly shared her struggle with bipolar disorder, revealing years of depression, manic highs, hospital stays, and moments where she nearly gave up. Even while starring in hits like Blackish, performing on Broadway, and publishing her acclaimed memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood, Jennifer carried emotional scars the public never saw. In 2022, she survived a terrifying accident in Africa that required 9 hours of surgery, yet still returned stronger. Now 68, she continues to act, write, and advocate for mental health. Her resilience has transformed her into an icon far beyond Hollywood, a symbol of endurance, truth, and unstoppable spirit. As Maya Wilkes, Golden Brooks delivered humor, heart, and relatability. But when she stepped away from Hollywood to focus on motherhood, her career froze instantly. The industry that once celebrated her suddenly turned cold, golden-faced loneliness, financial struggle, and emotional heartbreak, especially when her relationship with actor D.B. Woodside, the father of her daughter, ended painfully. Custody battles drained her health and spirit, and she eventually turned to therapy just to survive the storm. Still, Golden fought her way back, returning with roles in The Darkest Minds and the series Saturdays Today. At 55, she lives in Los Angeles with her daughter, working steadily and proving that strength doesn't come from fame, but from refusing to give up. The soul of the show, Persia White, who played Lynn Searcy, represented freedom and artistic chaos. Yet when the cameras stopped, Persia fell into silence. Her journey into music brought hope, but her album's poor sales left her questioning her future. Depression pulled her into isolation, worsened by her painful breakup with musician Saul Williams in 2009. She disappeared from Hollywood, broken and exhausted, until love returned through actor Joseph Morgan. He helped her rebuild both spiritually and emotionally, guiding her back to peace. Now, 53, Persia lives a quiet, grounded life in California, creating music, meditating, and fighting passionately for animal rights. She once said, "I used to dream of the stage. Now I dream of peace when the lights go out." As Tony Childs, Jill Marie Jones was glamorous, magnetic, and unforgettable. But when Jill decided to leave the show after 6 seasons, believing bigger opportunities were waiting, Hollywood punished her for it. Success isn't fame. Success is forgiving Hollywood. Playing Darnell Wilkes, Khalil Kain offered emotional depth and quiet strength. But off-screen, his world shattered when he lost a close family member to gun violence. The grief was overwhelming. Khalil stepped away from film and turned to theater as a form of therapy. His powerful work in Lambs to Slaughter and films like For Colored Girls became his way of giving pain a voice. With support from his wife Elise Lyon and their children, Khalil slowly rebuilt his life through therapy and advocacy. Today, at 61, he teaches acting in New York and works against community violence, valuing peace more than fame. As Monica Charles Brooks, Keisha Sharp brought sophistication and emotional intensity. Off-screen, she built an impressive career with major roles in The People vs. O.J. Simpson and Marshall, earning awards and nominations. But success had a cost. Keisha battled burnout, emotional exhaustion, and days when she couldn't tell whether she was acting or simply trying to hold herself together. Her husband, Brad Sharp, her high school sweetheart, became her anchor through every breakdown. At 52, she continues to act and direct, appearing in shows like Power Book 2's 2, Ghost, while advocating for mental health in the entertainment industry. As Charles Swedelson, Phil Reeves added humor and warmth to the show. But aging in Hollywood comes with silence. Roles slowed, energy faded, and the industry's attention moved on. Yet Phil refused to quit. He found new joy acting in Veep, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and teaching young performers. Now, 79, he lives peacefully with his wife in California, grateful for the meaningful, if quiet, career he built. The vibrant CeCe Michaela, who played Yvonne Blackwell, faced the harsh Hollywood drought after the show. Roles disappeared. Money became tight. She performed at small events just to keep her dream alive. As Aaron Waters, Richard T. Jones played a thoughtful, emotionally grounded character. But real-life Hollywood offered him mostly supporting roles, trapping him in typecast characters. Through the support of his wife, Nancy Robinson, and their children, he kept going until landing his defining role in The Rookie. Now, 53, he balances acting, teaching, and raising a family with grounded humility. Playing Sean Ellis, Dondre T. Whitfield brought charm and sensitivity. But after the show, he faced long stretches of unemployment and emotional frustration. The silence was crushing. His wife, Sally Richardson, carried the family financially during his hardest years. Eventually, his role in Queen Sugar revived his confidence and career. Now 53, he lives simply and gratefully in Los Angeles, saying, "Being myself again is the real prize." Tanner Scott Richards, the first Jabari, faced depression after outgrowing child stardom. He left Hollywood and now teaches acting, helping young performers survive the industry. Kendre Barry, who replaced him, endured the same career collapse, but rebuilt through writing, directing, and independent films. At 29, he continues creating stories on his own terms. 25 years later, the cast of Girlfriends stands as a reminder that scars can become strength, heartbreak can spark rebirth, and courage can outshine fame. Behind every smile was a struggle, and behind every laugh was a survivor. If this story moved you, make sure to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood journeys that deserve to be remembered. Thanks for watching.